Hello, children. We did some work on large angles in trigonometry yesterday. But what I realized is that you're allowed to use calculators actually. You're allowed to use calculator in ICSE and you can very easily calculate the bigger angles with the help of calculators. But it is important to understand, it is very, very important to understand the significance and how do we go about it. So we will do some more questions based on this because they are part of your exercises. So I'm going to do some more questions based on that to come across to you that how does it come. Basically, you have to understand the idea about the signs of all the ratios in different quadrants, as it is very important to understand the quadrant, the signs in the quadrant. And you must understand, I gave you yesterday a very good video based on some application through which I was able to explain to you clearly that how and why, if all ratios are positive in the first quadrant, why they are positive in the first quadrant, and why they only sine and cosec are positive in the sine and cosec are positive in the second quadrant, and why tan and cot are positive in the third quadrant, and are why is tan and cot are positive in third quadrant, and cos and sec are positive in the fourth quadrant. Because when we were revolving that line, generated line, and whatever the triangles were formed, we noticed that in the first quadrant, I'm just giving you a brief explanation before I start my exercise, what I have written, large angle problems, is that in the first, I'm insisting time and again that it should be imprinted on your mind like something written on a stone that you should not forget about it. In the first quadrant, all the sides of the triangle are positive. What triangle was formed, all the sides are positive. So whether you calculate sine theta, cos theta, tan theta, obviously all sides are positive, and sides mean perpendicular, base and hypotenuse. So when all the three sides are positive, all the trigonometric ratios will be positive. When we come into the second quadrant, when we revolve that triangle into the second quadrant, which you can go back and see in my video, then what happens is the base becomes negative, base becomes negative, base becomes negative, the remaining two sides are positive. Perpendicular and hypotenuse are positive, that is by sine and cosec are positive, the rest are negative. When we come to the third quadrant, what happens is that base and perpendicular are negative, hypotenuse is positive. Hypotenuse is always positive because it is not only perpendicular and base are interchanging their sides. So when perpendicular and base are negative, then obviously tan theta will be perpendicular upon base, and both the negatives will cancel, make it positive. Make it positive. Similarly, cot theta will be positive, but the remaining will become negative because in remaining ratios, one side will be positive, one side will be negative. Similarly, when we come to the fourth quadrant, in the fourth quadrant, only base will be negative sorry, only perpendicular will be negative. Only perpendicular will be negative. And base and hypotenuse are positive. So that is why cos theta and sec theta are positive, the rest are negative. Now let us do some questions like he has given you to calculate the value of sine 116. Sine 116. He wants you to calculate the value of sine 116. If we want to calculate the sine 116, we can simply write sine 180 minus 64 degree. Sine 180 minus 64 degree. Sine 180 minus theta means it is going to fall into the second quadrant, and in second quadrant sine is positive. Sine is positive. So it comes out to be sine 64 degree. Now he is not asking you to leave here, but he is asking you to calculate in decimals using the tables. So if you look for the value of sine 116, sine 64, if you look into the table and we look the value of sine 64, let me look what is the value of sine 64. Sine 64 is 8988. 8988. 0.8988. Actually, I copied it wrong sign. Otherwise, it was given cos 116. Anyway, that's all right. We calculated sine 116 also. Now, cos 116 means cos 180 minus theta. Cos 180 minus 64. Again, it will be cos 64 degree, and it will be minus cos 64. Why? Because in the second quadrant cos is negative. Cos is negative, and the value of cos 64, which you see from the log table, you can use your calculator also, is 4384. 0.4384. I have already seen from the table and written them, but you can see the table, but this table will not be given in 11th book. It has to be seen from the 10th book, where they give you, or any log table, you can pick up any log table and you can see the values, like sine 267. Sine 267. Sine 267 degree. Now we must find a nearer angle to sine 267. Subtract it from 360. What value we subtract from 360 so that we get 267? Simple method is subtract from 360 to 67. You get 93. You get 93, and we write as sine 360 minus 93 degree. That will give you the value of 267. We told you that it does not matter what is theta, 360 minus theta. 360 minus theta, it is bigger than 93. It is bigger than 90. But I am not going to take into any other quadrant, but 360 minus theta means it will fall in the fourth quadrant. You make a complete round and minus. That means you come into the fourth quadrant. And in the fourth quadrant, sine is negative. So it will come minus sine 93. It will come minus sine 93. It comes minus sine 93. No, we have done it different way. Sorry, we have done it different way. We are not taken that way. What he is doing is, he is doing 180 plus 83. He's done the sine that we could have done that way also, there was no problem. 180 plus 87. Sine 180 plus 87. That means it goes into the third quadrant. In the third quadrant again sine is negative, minus sine 87, and we see the value of sine 87 from the log table, which is given to be 0.9986. 0.9986. You can see these values in the log table also. Next, we had picked up the question was sine minus 263. Sine minus 263. Sine minus theta will go into the fourth quadrant. It will become minus sine theta. Minus sine theta. Again you will say this is 263. It's all right. But we told you theta could be as big as, but it will be taken minus sine theta. Sine minus theta means it will come into the fourth quadrant. Now sine 263 is written as sine 180 plus 83. Sine 180 plus 83 means again it goes into the third quadrant. Sine 180 plus 83 will go into the third quadrant, and in the third quadrant sine is negative, so minus sine 83. So this minus and minus will become sine plus sine 83 degree, and the value of sine 83 degree from the log table is 0.9925. 9925. Now he wants you to calculate the value of cos 280 degree 10 minute. Cos 280 degree 10 minute. Now obviously it is bigger than 270. It is bigger than 270 and less than 360. So what I want to do is I want to subtract this out of 360. 360, and let us see how do we subtract out of 360. 360 degree will be written as 359 degree 60 minute. 1 minute we have taken as 1 degree we have taken out to make it 60 minute, because here you are subtracting 280 degree 10 minute. When you subtract, you will get 50 minute 9 15 8 7. You get 79 degree 50 minute. So what we do is we write cos 360 degree minus 79 degree 50 minute. 50 minute. 79 degree 50 minute. And cos 360 minus theta will be cos theta. And it is falling where? It is falling in what quadrant? In what quadrant it is falling? It is falling in the fourth quadrant. In the fourth quadrant, cos is positive. So it will come out to be cos 79 degree 50 minute. And when you will see the value of 79 degree 50 minute, I have already calculated it to be 0.1765. 1765. Actually, you will be able to see 79 degree 48 minute, and then 2 minutes difference is subtracted in cos, not added. Like in sine, the difference is added. In the cos, difference is subtracted, because larger the angle becomes, the value of the cos decreases. Like cos 0 is 1, but cos 90 is 0. So when the values of theta is increasing, the value of cos theta is decreasing. While in sine theta, reverse happens. If theta increases, sine theta increases. Why? Because Sine 0 is 0, but sine 90 is 1. So between 0 and 90, the values are increasing. So that is why in case of, if you will see the log tables, you will find on top it is written in mean difference is to be added in case of sine theta, and mean difference is to be subtracted in case of cos theta. Now let's see one more question. Like it is given 10, 200, 2015 degree 24 minute. So obviously I have to find a number which is bigger than 2015 degree. What will the number will be? 360 into 2 is 720. 720 plus 720 will become what? 1440, which is still less. Then I'll multiply by 6. I multiply by 6. 6 into 630, 360 is 3 6 are 6 6 are 36, 6 3 are 18, and 3 21. So 2160. It is all right. It is bigger than 2015. So again we write 2159 degree and 60 minute and subtract 2015 24 minute. What do we get? We get 144 degree and 36 minutes. So I can write 10, 6 into 360 minus how much? 144 degree 36 minute. So 10, this again it will come into the fourth quadrant. In fourth quadrant 10 will become negative. 10 will become negative. 10 becomes negative because in the uh, fourth quadrant 10 will be negative, only cos is positive. So minus 10, 144 degree 36 minutes. Now again this 144.36 should be subtracted from 180. How will we subtract again? 179 degree and 60 minutes and subtract 144 degree 36 minutes. How much will you get? 35 degree 24 minutes. So minus 10, 180 minus 35 degree and 24 minute. 10 180 minus theta, it will come again into the second quadrant. In second quadrant, it is negative. 10 is negative. So negative negative will become positive and you'll get 10 35 degree 24 minute. And when you'll see its value is 0.7107. So I have shown you how do we calculate the values using the multiples of 180 or multiples of 90 or multiples of, because we have used mostly here multiples of 180 or multiples of 360. That means whatever transformation is taking place along the x-axis, and when the transformation takes place along x-axis, then what happens is there is no change. Sine remains sine, cos remains cos, 10 remains 10. Now let's see more question. For example, it says simplify sine 750 degree, cos 300 degree, cos 300 degree plus cos 1470 degree and sine minus 1020 degree. Okay, now we have to calculate all these values. As I said that you are allowed to use calculator, so you can use calculator to calculate these values directly, but I am going to show you the basic method so that you understand and you are able to explain it to somebody that why is it so. Like let me take sine 750. Sine 750 means sine 360 into 2, that will be 720 plus 30 degree. 720 plus 30 will be how much? 360 into 2 is 720. 720 plus 30 is 750. So 360 into 2 means the generator line has completed 2 revolutions. 360 into multiplied means generator line has taken 2 revolutions, completed 2 revolutions plus 30 degree. That means it comes into the first quadrant. In the first quadrant everything is positive, and since it is 360 into 2, the transformation is taking place along x-axis. That is why there will be no change. It will remain sine 30 only. You know what is the value of sine 30? Sine 30 is 1 upon 2. These are some of the values which are standard values, like 0, 30, 45, 60 and 90. These are the standard value, though you will see it from the log table, you will find it 0.50. Now let us see cos 300. Let us see cos 300. Cos 300 I can directly write as cos 360 minus 60, because if I subtract 60 from 360 I will get 300. 360 minus theta means again it is going to come into the fourth quadrant, and in the fourth quadrant causes positive. In the fourth quadrant causes positive, so it is cos 60 degree. It is cos 60 degree. It is cos 60 degree. The value of cos 60 degree is also 1 upon 2. Cos 60 degree is also 1 upon 2. Now let us see the value of how to calculate. This is first part I have calculated. Now cos, let me name it A, B, and let's calculate C, the value C, which is cos 1470. 360 into 4. 360 into 4 will be 1440. Cos 4 into 360. 360 into 2 is 720. 720 plus 720 will be 1440 plus 30 degree. Plus 30 degree. Plus 30 degree. 4 into 360 plus 30 degree. So it will come cos this plus 30. Cos this plus 30 means again it is going to go into the first quadrant. In first quadrant everything is positive, and because 360 transformation is taking place along the x-axis, so there is no change. There is no change, so it will be cos 30. The value of cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Cos 30 is root 3 by 2. Now let us see the value D. The next is D. Sine minus 1020. First of all, it will become minus sine 1020. Because when we are talking in sine minus theta, as I said that theta could be anything, but it will fall into the fourth quadrant. It will fall into the fourth quadrant, and the fourth quadrant is sine is negative. Only cos and sec are positive. So it will be sine minus sine 1020, and let us see what happens is minus sine 3 into 360. 3 into 360 means what? 1080, I think. 1080. And if I subtract from that 60, so it will become minus sine, and it is again coming into the fourth quadrant, so minus sine 60. So it will become plus sine 60. Minus minus will become sine 60. And sine 60 is again root 3 upon 2. So when we calculate the question, which was actually finally 1 upon 2 into 1 upon 2 plus root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2. That is the values we are putting. What were the values? We had to calculate sine 750 into cos 300. Sine 750 came out to be 1 upon 2. Cos 300 came out to be 1 upon 2. Cos 1470 came out to be root 3 by 2. And what did sine minus 1020 came out to be? It came out to be root 3 by 2. So 1 by 2 into 1 by 2 plus root 3 by 2 into root 3 by 2, it will be equal to 1 upon 4 plus 3 upon 4. It will become 4 upon 4. So answer will be 1. Answer will be 1. Now I think yes, I have crossed my limit of the video. So I am stopping the video now, but I am going to do another video just now in which we will be doing more questions based on this. Thank you.